Docs, when it comes to communicating your message, there was a pioneer by the name of Joe Felicia that set many chiropractors on fire. He also brought prominence to speaking, communicating, and made very popular this idea that your table talk and communication to your patient would determine the size of your practice. But we've been teaching a communication workshop called The Art of the Close, and we've gotten some amazing attention and recognition lately. One of Joe Felicia's best friends is Dr. Guy Riechmann. Now, Guy needs no introduction as the president of Life University, but I want to drop in a soundbite from Guy in a recent conversation we had because our workshops called The Art of the Close have gotten some major attention around the profession, and I want you to hear it from Guy Riechmann on his comparison of my work to the late, great Joe Felicia. I was floored, and I get the chills thinking about it now, and you'll see me have a reaction in this clip. Take it from Guy Riechmann on how important communication is and the work we've been doing. All right, so I am sitting with a guy that needs no introduction. And for many, many years, I've gone to seminars and spent weekends really improving my practice. But when it comes to orators, true orators in our profession, I have just told Guy that he is by far the best in the profession of, giving a message to a group of people, and what's most important is creating an action step afterwards. So what I'd like to do is just ask you a couple questions. Sure. What do you think the keys are, because you are the best orator in the profession, and really getting people to not just hear it and get inspired or feel better, but they do something with whatever you've done. I've always seen massive action. What are some of the keys for your success?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If there's no action, then we're just sort of fooling ourselves. We're just getting pumped up at seminars and going home and wasting our time. And this is one of the reasons, and I rarely do this, that I'm getting hooked up to do some programs with you, because I know that Joe Felicia, who passed away a number of years ago, who was by far the best communicator I'd ever seen in chiropractic, he would hand that baton off to you today. I have no question whatsoever. So there's obviously, the first thing is you've got to have a deep commitment to what you're doing. I've seen people that are at times some of the worst skill set at communicating, but they own it so deeply in their heart that people get the idea. Right. So one is you got to have a deep commitment, and then you've got to have the skill sets, right, to be able to do it. And I know you're on both levels, the commitment level, but especially in today's world, the skill sets that are coming out of what you're doing are incredible.
I appreciate it. So a couple things Guy mentions in that video. One is you've got to have a deep commitment, and two is you've got to have a skill set. My message to you today is you're not hostage to your talent. You can learn a skill set and get better. We've been teaching doctors how to do lunch and learn talks, how to do 10-minute talks, and then how to close for growth, because that last 10% of your talk is what most docs struggle with, yet it determines 100% of the new patients you'll see. We've had such great results with every single doctor that's come to The Art of the Close, because we keep it a small, intimate group, that I've gotten some attention, obviously from people like Guy Riechmann, that have given me an analogy and said he was going to pass the baton from Joe Felicia to me as a profession's communicator. Blew me away. But what was even better still was the fact that Guy sent me an invite and said he wants to do an advanced workshop on his ranch in Colorado this fall. But the rules are this: you have to go to An Art of the Close first. You need the basis and the foundation of what we're teaching at this profound 2-day workshop to then go to the ranch and do some advanced training with Guy Riechmann, myself, and Jason Deitch. We've put together a phenomenal program that's coming on the heels of all this traction of Art of the Close. The details will come out soon. But when Guy Riechmann said, hey, you've been given a gift and a skill set that has been shared across this profession, and I would say Joe Felicia would agree the torch has been passed to me, I realized we've got some big shoes to fill, and I need to keep playing bigger, and that's what we're going to do.